Yo, 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 it's your boy, VEE Ben Israel. Happy Thursday, uh, July 22nd, 2021. How are y'all doing today? Listen, this is going to be a quick one. This is not a lengthy video. This is just one that popped into my thoughts. False statements versus lies. Well, some of you may be thinking, what's the difference? What is the difference? Well, let's talk about it. A false statement is a statement that's just inaccurate. It's just wrong. It doesn't mean you're a liar because you had the wrong information. That's not what a false statement is. Now, a lie, on the other hand, is when you know the information or what you're saying is not true. You know it's not true. And you say it anyway, or you try to push that information out as if it was the truth. And those of you who do that like to hide behind, well, I'm entitled to my opinion. Yes, you are. You are entitled to your opinion. You're not entitled to share it. When you start sharing information that you knowingly know is not true, you are a liar. You're not just opinionated at that point. You are willfully lying. Why does this matter? Well, I'm going to tie this into my previous video, my very last video, where I told the fellas to know your worth. Don't tolerate disrespect. Cut it off at the head. As soon as it sticks his head out, chop it off. So, I had a conversation recently. Well, it really wasn't even a conversation. I simply said, good afternoon. Somebody said good morning to me. I didn't see the text in the morning. I saw it in the afternoon. It was around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Said good afternoon. They respond back, good evening. Keep in mind, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I respond, well, it's not evening yet. It's still afternoon. Here's where I can't classify it as a lie at this point. We're going to classify it as false information. Ladies, this is a problem a lot of you have. You have a need to be right. You say things that you ought not. Here's a perfect example of it. Instead of, when I said good afternoon, instead of just saying, hey, how you doing, or good afternoon, or something like that, they decided, or this individual decided, they wanted to check me on something. And they're 100% wrong. They're provably wrong. Never in your life at 2 o'clock has anybody said good evening to you. I grew up in America just like y'all did. You say good afternoon at 2 o'clock. There's a reason for that. Because 2 o'clock is not evening. Words mean something, ladies. Words actually mean something. Words are designed to define reality, not create it. You define reality. So the reality is, it's 2 o'clock in the day, the sun is up high. That is not evening. That's afternoon. Afternoon is from 12 to 5 or 6, depending on the time of day. The time of year. That's everywhere in this world operates pretty much on that understanding. So my first question is, my comment to her was, Where the hell did you get that from? Well, I just wanted to let you know the afternoon, 2 o'clock is evening. No, that's not true, and I don't know where you got that from. Nowhere is that true. The word evening has a meaning. Words mean something. The root word, let's talk about the etymology. The etymology of evening, you got to look at the root word, which is eve. Eve is short for event. Okay? So the event in question is the sun setting. The sun sets between 6 and 9 or 5 and 8, depending on the time of year. That is the event that is being described, the sun setting. For those of you who don't know, you've been using these words all your life, you don't know what they mean, or where the root words are, where they come from. So I'm giving you a little edification. There's nothing wrong with not knowing. Now you know. So some of you be saying, yo, V, you being a little bit drastic. No, I'm not. Because, see, if you let this kind of shit slide in the beginning, it just gets worse. It's just, this is the beginning. I barely know this person. Barely know him. And for them to come at me like that, with that, let me tell you something, sister girl attitude, and you're fucking wrong, I don't mind being corrected, but you're wrong. And I just simply Googled it. What is afternoon? You Google it and it comes up and tells you. Screenshotted it, sent it to her. Well, here comes, because y'all have a need to be right, some of you, even when you're dead ass wrong, couldn't just say, damn, I didn't know that, or I had thought differently. You're right. Sister girls can't do that. They always got to check somebody and be right, even when they're wrong. If you can't get a simple thing like that together, what's going to happen later when it's something a little bit more complex and serious? Blocked, delete, block. That's how I handle that. Because I gave plenty of opportunities for you to say, hey, damn, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm wrong. You really didn't even have to go that way. Could have just said, hey, you know what? Damn, you know what? Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. That's how the conversation should have went. But that need to be right rears its head because some of you are so contentious, argumentative. You look for every opportunity to create debate and to contend with a man. Even something as simple as good afternoon. It's unreal. It's unreal. I don't know who that is. Courtney, somebody said 100. Appreciate it. Let me see what she said. Commenters, they don't care, fam. They'll argue for the sake of arguing, even when they're wrong. I agree with that 100%, Courtney, and that's a sister saying that. Van didn't say that. A sister said that. Appreciate you saying that. But that's the thing. The reason why this behavior, I'm going to take my eyes off the comments for a minute, so I stop wiggling the phone. The reason why it is that way is because men haven't been challenging it or speaking to that shit for the last 50, 60 years. We just ignore the shit and just don't even deal with it. But men need to start speaking up, and you sisters need to start speaking up too when you see other sisters doing that shit. Because I'm a very agreeable person. But I'm not with the shits. I'm going to challenge the bullshit. But see, some people think because you're challenging the bullshit, oh, you like to argue. No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just pushing back on what you said. Because if what you said stands up, it shouldn't be no problem for you explaining yourself. That shouldn't be a problem. I have no problem explaining anything I say. Anything. And a lot of times y'all ask questions I've heard 100 times before anyway. A lot of times I know the question's coming or is lingering out there because I've heard it so many times. No problem. That means you just need a little bit more understanding. But again, just think about it. Somebody said good morning to me. I said good afternoon to them. And it led to an hour-long back and forth on something they were wrong about. Easily provable wrong. All I did was Google it. 30 seconds later, it gave me the answer. It gave it to me. I ain't even had to click on the website. It was like the first thing that came up told me exactly what good afternoon meant or what afternoon is. It's not but it's indicative. And sisters, is deeper than that because y'all do this all the fucking time. Imagine if I'm talking to 10 of y'all over the course of a day, right? If I'm talking to 10 of y'all over the course of a day and all of y'all do this shit. The Bible describes it as water dropping on a head. That's how aggravating some of you. It's a wicked thing. It's just bloop, bloop, all fucking day long. Foolishness. What was the point? What was she trying to prove? Let's play devil's advocate. She's trying to educate me on what? Because I said good afternoon to her at 2 o'clock. Oh, it's evening time. No, it's not. I'm not letting silly shit slide. I'm challenging all that shit. Don't bring it to me. If that's the best you got, that just shows me your mentality. Let's have an intelligent debate on something that's important. Let's talk about some real estate, some economic events, world politics, local politics. I mean, religion, etymology of what we got. So many other topics that we could debate on. Bible, whatever. I ain't gonna debate with you on the Bible. The Bible says what it says. I ain't gonna debate on that. We could debate religion, but I ain't debating the Bible. There's only one interpretation. There are no private interpretations of the Bible, according to the Bible. Thus saith the Lord. But my point is, there's so much we could talk about. Why does everything have to be a contentious thing, a debate? And it's not even a spirited debate like a friendly debate. It's always, let me tell you something, that attitude shit. I ain't dealing with it. Because that's not feminine. That's a masculine place you coming from in your heart, in your mind. Always wanting to challenge a fucking man. But y'all let all these other girls run around here doing stupid ass foolishness and you won't say a word. Unbelievable. But you want to argue with me about when the fucking afternoon is? But you'll defend the bitch's right to wear a fucking bonnet in the airport? Come on now. Where we at with this? Where we at with it, y'all? Fellas, hashtag know your worth. Hashtag no disrespect. Because that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Just creating arguments. Somebody says good afternoon and you turn that into a fucking argument. That is a disrespectful thing. It ain't coming from a place of respect. It's coming from a place of disrespect. Let me tell you something. First of all of them preludes to that bullshit. Men ain't dealing with it no more, man. We cutting that off. Cut it off so fucking quick. Blocked, delete. Pretty woman too. Just like I like them. Pretty with dreads, all that. Short. Cut them right the fuck off. Charleston, had the Charleston accent. All that shit I like. Cut it off. I don't give a fuck. Because all that other shit is worthless to me if you ain't in your feminine. If you in your masculine, you worthless to me. I'm masculine enough. I don't need no masculine chicks around me. Be feminine sometime. Be happy that you got a quality man that's saying good afternoon to your black ass. How often does that happen? How many of you sisters had a quality man say, an above average man, say good afternoon to you today? Think about that. This sister had one say it to her and she ran them the fuck off. This is why a lot of you can't keep men. Because you focused on the wrong shit. It's the little shit that fucks up relationships. That little nitpicky shit. And you're wrong on top of it. If she had been right, I'd have been like, hey, you know what? You're right. You're right. I didn't realize it was 5 o'clock. My bad. I didn't realize. Lost track of time. And we went on with the conversation would just flow forward. It's 2 o'clock in the fucking afternoon. The sun is full sky beaming. That's afternoon, sweetie. Afternoon is the time between noon and sunset. In case you didn't know. But again, I'm trying to keep up with y'all comments too. Hold on. Oh wow, it's a lot, man. It's Courtney, you typing a lot, sister girl. I can't read that fast in case you don't know. I'm legally blind, so I appreciate the engagement though. You wanna go live? You want me to bring you on here? We can talk. We can talk. I mean, if you got something you want to get out, we can do this. Let me know if you want to go live. You can go live right now. I'll bring you on here. I'll try to read your comments later. I could read them. Matter of fact, let me see if you're on here right at this moment. Um, at this moment, I don't see you live. But if you come back on, just send me a comment. I'll leave them on, and I'll bring you on live with me. Um, yeah, it's not letting me. I don't think you want live at the moment. Or if you want to go live, you got a particular topic you want to go live on with me, we'll do that. I'll bring you on. And we'll just go live and we'll talk about it. Um, but the reason these things continue and persist and continue to happen is because nobody's speaking to it. And there was a time, and I'm speaking to us Generation X's, when we were young, our grandparents was on the scene. They were our age now. Then they didn't allow certain things to happen without speaking to it, without addressing it within the community. The community had a certain standard. Otherwise, you were considered to be trashy, sleazy, skeezer, whatever, a bum, deadbeat. That's where them words came from. Our grandparents' generation, because it was a certain quality, a certain standard that everybody was expected to maintain within the community. But today we live in a world where kind of everything goes and my truth and all that bullshit. No, it's our truth. It's our truth is truth. You could believe whatever you want. That don't make it truthful. Truth is ours. It's a collective thing. It affects all of us equally. Ain't no one truth different from another's. We all experience the truth together, collectively. You know? We got to start nipping things in the bud. And I'm looking for them hashtags, brother. Hashtag no disrespect. Hashtag know your worth. We got to stop putting up with shit. Sisters, same thing. I want y'all to spread that hashtag too. Y'all see a fella that's out of pocket? Put know your worth. Hashtag know your worth. What the hell you doing, bruh? Know your worth. Why you even dealing with a chick who got 7 kids? Why you dealing with that? Why you gonna be baby daddy number 8? Why you dealing with that? Know your worth. Can't just blame the sister for that. You gotta blame the brother too. Cause somebody getting her pregnant. And it's different men. That means they're consciously making a decision to do it. Know your worth. Oh man. We gotta start speaking to this dysfunction. We gotta stop looking the other way and start speaking to it. Hey man, what you doing, man? I mean, just basic things like you see somebody going out the house a certain kind of way. You love your people. Why you want to let your people do that? Speak to them. I know my sister ain't gonna. None of my sisters, but especially Ash, she ain't gonna let me go out the house a certain kind of way. Hey, we going to dinner tonight with my coworker. She ain't got to tell me to put on a decent shirt. I know better. Fuck, I look like showing up with a shirt I wear around the house and we going out to dinner. And I ain't gonna let her do no shit like that. Like, it's a minimum standard. I mean, just basics, man. It ain't to hurt your feelings. Correction is love. If somebody ain't giving you correction, it ain't love. It ain't love. If somebody just let you walk in your foolishness, they hate you. They letting you stay in your dysfunction. That person hates you. They watching you dig a ditch so you can fall in it. That's what they doing. But the person who loves you gonna say, hey man, stop digging that ditch, you're gonna fall in it. But y'all so too busy caught up in tone. Why you had to tell me like that? You could have said it nicer. You could have told me to watch out for the hole. Hey, fuck you. You want to fall in the fucking hole, then fall in it. Now, my job was to warn you. All that other shit is extra. You want to fall in the hole? Put a sign on you that says, don't say shit to me. Hanging right around your neck. And then don't be mad at your consequences. Later on, I just couldn't believe that, man. It's just good afternoon turned into me having to block somebody over some fucking foolishness. Because you're contentious, argumentative, debatable, disagreeable, uncooperative, ignorant. And guess what? This person was another school teacher. It's amazing. It's amazing. It be y'all school teacher. No wonder our kids can't read. Our boys can't read beyond the 4th grade level today. Because y'all teachers is stupid. Yeah, I said it. Because a lot of y'all didn't start out to be teachers. Those who can't teach is the saying, because you wanted to do something else and you found out you couldn't do it, so now you fell back on being a teacher. You didn't start out to be a teacher, most of you. And you aren't good at it. They just needed to fill a seat. They needed to put a body in a chair, so that's why they put you in that place. And then you run around telling yourself you so good. And you didn't spend any work developing yourself into being a good teacher. You just show up every day and get a paycheck. Results matter. And the results don't lie. Because every metric that y'all have shows you're failing as a teacher. It's sad. If you worked another job, they would have walked you out by now. They can't walk y'all out because you need teachers in the community. You need them bodies. But that's about to change with all of this remote learning and stuff. That's about to change. Y'all not going to have that cushion. See, a lot of y'all been living protected lives and don't even recognize it. And your actions have been protected. But that's about to change. Wait till school start back in August and September. Wait. A lot of shit, a lot of changes is coming y'all ain't ready for. But remember you heard it here first. That's all I got. Like and share, 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 share. I don't know how many times I got to say that. Nobody ever does it. Share. Some people do it. Share, share, like and share. That's all I'm asking of y'all. I'm the people's champ. I do this for y'all. I ain't asking for no donations. I ain't selling nothing to y'all. I ain't asking nobody to cash at me nothing. I'm just bringing knowledge to y'all. I'm bringing information out. Some of y'all have never heard it before. Like and share for me. That's it. Take 5 seconds. Holla at your boy.